Hi, this is Christian and welcome to NFL Updates Express, your weekly dose of NFL news. Coming your way, Week 12 predictions. In the Spotlight Game of the Week, it's the Kansas City Chiefs as they travel to take on the Denver Broncos in Mile High. Now this is a very good matchup of two teams, both sporting a 7-3 record. Now the Broncos, they've struggled on offense the past few weeks with Trevor Siemian, but the Broncos, obviously, they have their two great receivers in Thomas and Sanders, and a running game that's pretty solid as well. C.J. Anderson has been injured after having some injury problems in the past, and now he's injured once again, so rookie Devontae Booker has to take the load, and also Capri Bibbs will also carry a couple of footballs as well. So it'll be interesting to see how the Broncos' running game stacks up against a stout Kansas City defensive line. For the Chiefs, well, as long as they play mistake-free football, they should be in this game from start to finish. But last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they did not do that. They threw an interception at the goal line, a rare mistake for quarterback Alex Smith, and that really cost them the game. For the Broncos to win, well, they're kind of the same way. Don't turn the football over. Trevor Siemian isn't a great quarterback, but he's not bad. He's a pretty average quarterback, and as long as the Broncos can have a pretty solid running attack, then I see the Denver Broncos getting the job done here. Dylan's prediction is the Denver Broncos. The next matchup is Monday Night Football when the Green Bay Packers take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now for the Packers, well, they've really struggled this season, and a lot of people pegged them as Super Bowl contenders, but so far they've had a lot of injuries. Aaron Rodgers hasn't been playing as well as he has in the past, and a lot of other factors in play, and the Packers are 4-6 and in danger of not making the playoffs. Something that they haven't done in a long time. For the Philadelphia Eagles, well, they're 5-5 and doing pretty well despite their circumstances, starting a rookie quarterback and a roster that is pretty strong on both sides of the ball, but with a rookie quarterback, you usually don't expect much for their first season, but so far, they're doing pretty decent. But if they want to make the playoffs, this will be a big, necessary win for them to have. Now, I don't really know. A lot of people are counting the Packers out, and I still think they have something left in the tank. But I cannot see the Packers winning. Their defense is too depleted to stop just about anyone right now. And even though Carson Wentz has made a lot of mistakes in the past few weeks, I just think that the Eagles, with their great defense and a strong rushing attack, even though Ryan Matthews will be out this game, so Wendell Smallwood will get the start. But overall, I see the Philadelphia Eagles getting the job done. Dylan's prediction is the Philadelphia Eagles. The next matchup is when the San Francisco 49ers take on the Miami Dolphins. Now the 49ers, they only have one win this season, and they've really struggled. They did win Week 1 against the LA Rams, but since then they haven't got a win, and they've been competitive in a couple of games, even against a strong Dallas Cowboys team. They only lost by 7, but the 49ers, well, they're a mess. And against the Miami Dolphins, could they get a win? Yes, but I don't really know. Jay Ajayi has been running very well for the Miami Dolphins in the past 5 weeks, and the Dolphins just seem like a hot team right now trying to make the postseason, even though in a loaded AFC, they'll probably have to win out just to have a chance. But I think the 49ers will keep this game close, and Colin Kaepernick actually hasn't been playing that badly. But the 49ers team as a whole hasn't been playing great, and as a result, the Niners are 1-9 this season. Overall, I think this should be a pretty close game than maybe people expect, but ultimately, I see the Miami Dolphins getting the job done. Dylan's prediction is the Miami Dolphins. Final Spotlight Game of the Week is when the Los Angeles Rams take on the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome. Now, the LA Rams, they let one slip away last week. It was Jared Goff's first start, and he didn't play that bad, but he didn't play that great. He was serviceable, and, well, LA with their defense, it should have had the win, but they let one slip away. Devontae Parker had a touchdown for Miami, and they lost by 4 points, 14-10. But, the LA Rams, they find a way to go 7-9 every year, and I know that's a big joke, Jeff Fisher going 7-9, but the LA Rams certainly don't think that's a joke, as they like to make the playoffs this year, even though that seems pretty tough unless they can miraculously win the division. Todd Gurley hasn't been doing great, but he had a touchdown last week, and so hopefully against the New Orleans Saints defense that has struggled a lot this season, then maybe he can get some action and maybe get over 100 yards for the first time this year. For the Saints, well, Drew Brees, they lost to the Panthers on Thursday Night Football, and they'd like to get back on track as well. In a weak NFC South division, they still have life, but they need to beat the LA Rams if they have any hope of winning that division. Overall, I think this game should be close with the Rams' defense pounding Drew Brees into the ground, but ultimately I see Brandon Cooks, Willie Snead, and others getting into the end zone and making this game a blowout as the Saints get the job done. Player of the week is Washington Redskins quarterback Kirk Cousins. Now, Cousins has been playing out of his mind this year. Now in Week 11, he passed for 375 yards and 3 touchdowns. And if that wasn't good enough, he followed it up with a great Thanksgiving Day performance with almost 450 yards and another 3 touchdowns. A lot of people haven't put Kirk Cousins into the MVP conversation yet, but I would if he keeps playing this way, and he's our player of the week. For the Thanksgiving Day recap, we had 3 games. The first game was the Lions versus the Vikings, with the Lions kicking a last-second field goal as Matt Prater drilled it to the Lions, got the NFC North lead, winning the game 16-13. Then the next game was the Cowboys versus the Redskins in a pretty back-and-forth game, but ultimately the Cowboys were able to get the win 31-26. And then the final game, Steelers versus Colts without Andrew Luck, and well, it was a beatdown. 28-7 as the Steelers beat the Colts. Week 11 is in the books, and here's how the scores went. It was the Panthers over the Saints on Thursday Night Football, 23-20. The Steelers over the Browns, 24-9. The Cowboys over the Ravens, 27-17. The Lions over the Jaguars, 26-19. The Colts over the Titans by the score of 24-17. The Bills over the Bengals, 16-12. The Buccaneers over the Chiefs, 19-17. The Giants over the Bears, 22-16. The Vikings over the Cardinals, 30-24. The Dolphins over the Rams, 14-10. The Patriots over the 49ers, 30-17. The Seahawks over the Eagles, 26-15. The Redskins over the Packers, 42-24. And the Raiders over the Texans on Monday Night Football in Mexico City, 27-20. The most entertaining game was Vikings over the Cardinals, and the upset of the week was Buccaneers over the Chiefs. My record prediction for Week 11 was 10-4. Dylan's was 8-6. My record prediction for the entire year is 89-73-2. Dylan's is 84-78-2.